everybody. I'm your host, Worm Gear. Today, we're going to be doing a review of the Icon Tools Professional Mechanics Screwdriver Set. I've had this set for going on maybe about 6 to 8 months now. For roughly the first 5.5 months, this was in my toolbox at the shop. I used it almost on a daily basis. Obviously, you can tell which ones got the most use out of them. This long Phillips, of course, as you can tell, is pretty dang clean. The camera doesn't really give it too much of a justice, especially this lighting sucks. But, you know, as you can tell, these ones are clean, opposed to this flathead, which I used a lot for doing brake springs. Yeah, she got a lot of use out of it. But over the time that I had these, pretty dang good. Now, I will argue the Cornwell set that I have now, I enjoy more. But for the price point of, I believe these are going for about $50 right now, you know, compared to the 100 and something for the Cornwell set, which I did get a promo on that, so I think I paid about $88, which is a dang good price. But for the price of these, very, very, very happy with what I got out of them. Now, what does your $50 get you? Well, you got 8 screwdrivers, comes in this nice little cheap Chinese plastic case that's got some cardboard underneath it to stiffen it up. Some people like these, some people hate them. In my opinion, you know, I like them, but it can also be a pain when you have a limited storage space inside your box. This is my brand new tool cart. That's why there's, you know, empty socket racks. So I'm still kind of outfitting it out and getting it all set up for the home garage. But I kind of like this, but to each his own on the preference of that. Some guys will just throw these in their box and don't even care about them. And some guys want to have the organization like myself. So that's kind of nice if you're OCD like me. You get 4 flathead, 4 Phillips, obviously, you can see that. What I thought was kind of neat is if you're like me and reading's never been your strong suit, you got little symbols on the back of the screwdrivers, so you can see what they are if they're sitting on a flat surface and, you know, you're sticking your head up and you can't really look over to see the ends of the tips. So you got those little symbols, so that's kind of neat, I suppose. I did notice that only some of the screwdrivers have this little chamfer on here. That way, if you need a little more torque onto your fastener, you can stick a wrench on there, give it a little twisty. But like you can see, the medium sizes don't have those, and also your shorter sizes don't have those. But going up into your longer ones, your longer flathead, and then your long Phillips, and then kind of like your, you know, medium long Phillips has one, but flatheads, excuse me, have them, but the rest don't. So that's kind of disappointing. Some of the more higher quality, like Cornwell, Snap-on, Matco, Mac, all seem to have those on their professional sets, or their nice set of screwdrivers, I should say, not necessarily their budget brands. So that's a little disappointing on that factoid. But for the $50 price tag, this is a great set. I'm a fan, big fan actually, of these grips. You have this little bit of, I guess you want to call that maybe like texture grip or knurling on the handle itself. The handle is a hard plastic composite with, well, I shouldn't say composite, it's hard plastic with some rubber on there. And it's a nice grip. You know, I could press into it and it doesn't feel like I'm going to blow through the screwdriver, but I also don't feel like I can break it in half just by sitting here twisting and turning on it. But it's held up for the abuse that I put it through. Not necessarily nothing too crazy. I mean, the only one that really saw anything insane was this longer one trying to pop in brake springs. So I did tear up at the plastic just a little bit on this one. You know, you can see a little bit of battle scars there, but honestly, you know, for, you know, the reputation that Harbor Freight usually has, these have done phenomenal. They've been great. And I would recommend to any tech that's starting out or any mechanic that is getting into the field, if you need a really good set of screwdrivers for a cheap price and you don't want to buy used, if you want to be the first person to purchase them, couldn't recommend these enough. These have been great. Kind of go back into the grips of these screwdrivers, and another reason why I'm a big fan of them is they're not too big, but there's also plenty of space for good comfort and good grab and good spinning of the screwdriver. This right here is a white screwdriver. This is the company that makes screwdrivers and sells to Matco for rebranding, or Matco buys them. I don't know the whole politics behind it, but either way, this is essentially your basic Matco screwdriver. Now, some people are big fans of these handles. I don't hate them. I don't love them. And as you could tell, it's kind of hard to see, is, you know, they're roughly about the same size screwdriver. I guess you could say that this one's just a little bit longer, but you could tell that the grip on this one is a lot more bigger and a lot more, you know, cumbersome when it comes to trying to squeeze your screwdriver into a smaller space. So that's just kind of like a little factoid on the grip side of things that I really appreciate about these screwdrivers. Another really awesome tidbit about these screwdrivers, suckers are magnetic. Harbor Freight's really been stepping their game up, I tell you what. Well, obviously not the strongest in the world, but come on, you sucker. You kind of get the gist of it. These can be demagnetized if so need be. Having a little tool like this, if you want to demagnetize your screwdrivers. If you do. I don't know who does, but the option's there. So yeah, that's another cool little fact about these. And lastly, I'll show you guys, give you an idea of the storage capacity or storage space that you get out of the little organizer that comes with it. This is your basic US General Harbor Freight 5-drawer tool cart. Fits just fine in there, no problems at all. So I'm not mad about the storage tray that it comes in, so I'll keep it and use it, but some guys straight in the trash, so the choice is yours on that. All in all, if I was to give these screwdrivers a 1 out of 10, 1 being the worst screwdrivers I've ever used, 10 being the you know, gift to God screwdrivers, then I would never use another set ever again, I'd give these a solid 7. I know that's kind of the middle of the road, but I've definitely used better, and I've definitely used worse. Harbor Freight did really well on these. They've been good. They've held up great. I've upgraded, so now these ones are home for me. And if I upgrade the Cornwall ones I have at work, then who knows? I might be just either throwing these in my junkyard bag or my to-go bag, or these I might turn around, and if I find a newer tech or newer mechanic that has started with us at the shop, I might just gift these to them if they need a set of screwdrivers, because these have been great. I couldn't recommend them enough to somebody who's starting out and trying to be budget friendly, or a Joe Blow at home that doesn't want to throw out Snap-on money and needs a good set of screwdrivers for their projects at home. Couldn't recommend these enough, especially being lifetime warranty. You really can't go wrong with these suckers. It's a good set of screwdrivers. Well, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it was informative for you, and I hope it helped you guys out in your decision of buying these screwdrivers or buying a different screwdriver set. Either way, I hope I helped out. If you enjoyed the video, please like the video if you liked it, dislike if you didn't like it, leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me if you agree with the things I've been saying, if you've had this set of screwdrivers, or tell me, you know, you don't think I know what I'm talking about, or if there's another set that you'd recommend better for the same price. By all means, please let us know. I'll definitely give it a shot if I hear enough about it. Please consider subscribing. It really helps me out. I do other tool review videos if you're interested in that, as well as I do build series videos on my Toyota MR2 SW20 and my Drift Miata build series, as well as I do any other videos of any times that I'm turning a wrench and I could possibly have a camera going. Hopefully it'll be entertaining to you guys, or hopefully I can pass some knowledge around. One of the two, either way, something I enjoy doing. Thank you all so very much for watching again. I've been your host, Wormgear. Y'all have a good one.